Educating and empowering high school students to achieve their goals through smart and informed management of their financial resources. That's the mission of Sensibility. Joining us today is the Executive Director, Roy Paul. Roy, thank you for being here.
I'm so glad to be here.
Tell me this approach. It's unique.
It's pretty unique. We developed an awesome curriculum, 8-step module that really goes through the basics, from saving and budgeting all the way to planning for your financial future and for college. And we partner with schools, nonprofits, and we have volunteers that go out. But for those who really want our curriculum infused into what they're already doing, they contact us and it's absolutely free. We give it away.
Why does this need to start when your kids are in high school?
Well, high school is that critical age. They are going to be soon inundated with credit card solicitations. They're going off to college. They're planning for their first job. Some of them are already working, making minimum wage. They want to know what to do with their paycheck. And so we give them real hands-on tools that they can use, and they're at the age where they're going to be using all of that information very, very soon.
Well, and a lot of kids, saving doesn't make sense, right? I get the check and I spend it.
They spend it,
right.
And especially when the credit card solicitations come in, they go, oh my God, I have a $500 limit. I can go put $300 sneakers on it, right? And you have to really walk them through needs and wants and say, well, do you really need to put that on the credit card? No. And so many times young people are coming from family backgrounds where they're not really having these kinds of conversations. Some parents themselves are struggling with personal finances, so they don't even feel equipped to tell their kids these are not the things you're supposed to be doing.
I know, I feel like these tips are great for adults as well as teenagers. What about the impact of student loans?
Yeah,
do you also talk about that?
We do. It's a real pet peeve of mine because I talk to teenagers all the time and I say, raise your hand if you're going to college, and they all raise their hand. We've done a great job at sending kids to school, and that's wonderful. But then I say, keep your hand up if you're taking out student loans. All of those hands are still up. And then I ask them this, keep your hand up if you can tell me what your monthly payment's going to be when you graduate in 4 years. And they can't answer the question. And so there's a gap happening. We're sending them to college, they're taking out loans to go because many kids can't afford it, but we're not really going through the basics of how do you actually manage what you're supposed to pay when you graduate. And that's important because if you think about it, say you want to be in broadcast journalism, for example. What's your average salary going to be if you start off as a production assistant, right? Then you have to say, if you use a budgeting principle, 50, 30, 20, can I really expect to take 20% of that prospective salary and pay off these loans?
And pay for my housing.
And pay for housing. And pay for my car. And they don't really think about that until they get that 6-month grace period. The bill comes in the mail and they go, oh, I can't pay that. That's too much money.
You also talk about good and bad credit, which you mentioned the credit cards earlier. That's good to learn early.
And credit is absolutely necessary. There are a lot of parents who say, I don't want my kids to ever take out credit cards. Well, that's not realistic.
No.
You need credit. You have to develop good habits. But you have to really make sure that you're disciplined with that card. Know that you have to pay it off. If you can't pay the entire payment off with American Express, then get a credit card where you can pay the minimum payment.
Roy, if our viewers are watching and they're saying, I think the kids in my local school need to know more about this, what should they do?
Yeah, www.sense-ability.org. Contact us. It's absolutely free. We don't charge a dime for people to do this. Yeah.
And it's such great information. And parents, if you need to slide in the back of the class and learn for yourself, maybe you do that. That's the website, so you'll know when you get there, everybody. Sensibility. You can also find it on our website. We'll link you, abc4.com/midday. Brandon M., back to you.
All right, thank you, Nisha.